The Cardiff Content Creators is a group of young people from California, my students, who come to Cardiff for 2 weeks, and they work with very talented Welsh students in a 2-week camp where they learn how to make movie trailers and tell stories and make short films. It's a really powerful experience. My main goal, obviously, was a couple of goals. One's to bring my students to a different culture, to a different country, and meet people their own age and inspire and teach people their own age. But it's also, you live in a city that has a demand for people who can work in film and television. I mean, you have got Doctor Who filmed here. You've got studios all around the Cardiff area, and they need people who can write, who can edit, who can film. And so we're preparing people, we hope, for jobs that are waiting for them. It's super hands-on. I mean, the first morning we kind of do we talk about some of the basics, but from then on, you're working in the city. You're given topics, and you're asked to go out into the parks and the castle and tell stories or make movie trailers. So the idea is it's not school. Some people call it summer school. I would call it a camp where you get to do things for fun with not a lot of pressure, but really learn how to make some pretty interesting movies.
Is there anything like this in California?
Yes. I mean, no. Yes, and no. Not as international as we are. The fact that we're bringing people together from two countries who speak the same language, that makes this really unique. It's so unique that after the first year, we won the National Welsh Award for Innovation. And the reason it was called innovative is it's young people teaching young people. You'll notice that after the first morning, everybody that's up front like that are either Cardiff students or American students who are teaching it. They design the camp. They decide what they want to cover and what they want to do, and I think that makes it super innovative.
What resources do the attendees have access to?
While they're in camp, we have professional level cameras and lights and microphones and tripods and green screens. So they're really and high-powered editing computers. They're learning on tools that the industry is using. I mean, those cameras that we're using and the camera that you're filming this on, that's a professional level film camera. And so even though you can produce a film with your iPhone or your mobile phone, we train people using really high-end.
Opportunities for networking or collaboration beyond the camp?
I think that the young people who attend the camp have set up their own network, and I know a lot of you are staying in touch with each other. Some of you, as you know, will go to America, and you'll spend 2 weeks working with American young people at a convention and also at Carlsbad High School. So that kind of networking is really important. And we hope that you guys will just stay in touch, even if you live in different parts of the city. Stay in touch and figure out how to get together and collaborate.
Is there a cost to attend, and do you need to offer any scholarships or financial aid?
No, the camp is absolutely free of charge. All the costs are covered through a variety of grants and from the Cardiff Youth Service. There's no charge whatsoever to attend the camp. There's no charge to go on the field trips. There's no charge to access the equipment whatsoever. And even there are some benefits. The first year, if you attend a camp, you had a 1-year subscription to an editing system called WeVideo. We're looking at doing something like that again this year. So, but that's the beauty of it. No need for scholarships because there is no cost. And I'm talking about the camp itself. The American trip, that's a different situation, again, at no cost to the Welsh students.
What's your long-term plans or goals for the Cardiff Content Creators?
The funding goes through 2026. None of us want to see this end in 2026. So we will begin to look for funding elsewhere because it is expensive to put on a camp for 2 weeks, and there's the cost of, just all the cost that goes into it. But our current grant takes us through the summer of 2026 and the winter of 2026.
What was the main goal of the camp and who is it designed for?
So I really think is designed by young people for young people. So we've run it twice now, and nothing as much has changed from the first year to the second year, because the powerful thing about the program is that element where young people from America are learning from young people, teaching young people from Cardiff. The powerful thing about it, what is the centre of the whole camp, is young people from America sharing their learning with young people from Cardiff, and we know young people respond really well to that sort of learning. So I suppose the biggest outcome for us was firstly to get young people doing something positive over some holidays, to learn something new and to make lifelong relationships.
What kind of workshops and activities can participants expect?
So I would say what participants can expect is definitely fun. They can expect to make new relationships. If they've got any sort of interest in content creation, I would say is a space for them, to be honest, because they can learn how to edit to a basic level, they can learn how to shoot films, how to use cameras, and also put those skills to the test, where you've got to go and challenge yourself, go into the city centre of Cardiff, making a story, making a film, and you've got to really work as a team and collaborate with each other to make that happen.
Were there any guest speakers or industry professionals involved in the camp?
Yeah, so we were really lucky to partner with Media Cymru, who sponsored the camp this year, and they also work with us to offer guest speakers. So that was Robin Moore. He delivered a workshop around AI in the creative sector, specifically related to film. We had Sarah Pepper, which is the co-director of Media Cymru, inspiring young people about what job opportunities and prospects there are in the creative industry in Cardiff and in Wales. We also had Mo, which is a reporter and a presenter that is regularly on TV, who delivered a really inspiring workshop about his journey in the creative sector. And I think that's about it in terms of input from workshops.
Are there any opportunities for networking beyond the camp or collaboration?
Yeah, so I would definitely say yes. So the biggest collaboration, I would say, is young people able to collaborate together on projects. So it's not just about the camp over the 2 weeks. We actually have a youth club dedicated to content creation, and young people can meet with like-minded young people, collaborate together, work on projects, and also we're able to use our relationships with people like the BBC to offer opportunities and tours, as well as having this winter we've had the Future Media Delegation come to Cardiff, which are media professionals across Europe, and they come to Cardiff to speak with young people about their experience in the digital access to the digital youth work agenda, and from there the young people are able to build links with professionals across Europe.
Is there any eligibility criteria to join the camp?
Live in Cardiff, age 11 to 17, that is the only criteria. And a willingness to get involved in what's on offer, turn up on time, and able to commit themselves for the days the camp is running.
Was there any eligibility for the young people in Cardiff to become like volunteers or youth leaders?
Yes, so to be a young leader for the camp for the young people from Cardiff, the eligibility was to have prior experience, committed to helping others, committed to taking part in some training, being available for the duration of Cardiff content creators, and form a team of young leaders that would help us provide really unique opportunities for the young people that access Cardiff content creators. So we're really lucky that Cardiff and Vale College have supported us for the past 2 years, and they've offered us a space in the restaurant at Cardiff and Vale College, Dumbles Road, really central. People can get one bus in, one train in, which makes it a perfect location. and it happens on the second and third week of the summer holidays.
What is your long-time goals or plans for Cardiff content creators?
What I would love to see, and I think we've seen already, is actually young people from Cardiff who live in Cardiff, them being able to share their learning as well and offer peer-led education. So we got to that stage this summer where young people volunteered on the camp, and I hope that grows and evolves because that makes it more sustainable. We haven't got to bring people over from the States to do it. We can use young people or work with young people from Cardiff to make those opportunities for other young people in Cardiff.